Hi, I'm Paul Skeldon, Editor-in-Chief at World Telemedia, and I'm here in Marbella at the World Telemedia Show. I'm joined by Chris from Mesh Ads. Chris, thanks for being here.
Thanks for having me.
Great. Just for those who don't know, can you tell us just a little bit about what Mesh Ads does, first of all?
Yes, so Mesh Ads is a Google Ads agency, so we position ourselves as the experts in Google Ads with the primarily focus on MVAS campaigns and CC Submit campaigns on a global scale. Currently we're running around 40 markets. Globally on any continent in the world, and we're step by step also adapting into other traffic sources along the way that we might tackle a bit in our session today.
Yeah, absolutely. I was going to say, that's what I was going to start with really, is Google the only sort of place to market your MVAS services?
For us right now, yes, it is, because it's the #1 platform that is active in almost any country in the world, unless there are some political restrictions or whatsoever. But I think Google has a coverage of 95% of the world. It's the most dominant search engine, and also the Google Display Network that we mainly work with is a very powerful source, because they have access to put the ads on almost any app, on almost any website that integrated this Google AdSense, which is basically putting a placeholder on the website or in the app and then to place ads. And Google is really strong in then deciding which of the millions of ads that all the people who work with Google Ads are setting up, and then putting those in the right context, in the right app to hopefully convert the user for a purchase or for a lead. To capture this.
Okay, that must mean it's very competitive for MVAS players. How do you stand out in that sort of crowded Google marketplace? What can you do to sort of market your services to stay ahead of everyone else?
Yeah, so I always say, know your competition is the #1. So you should have your local devices in the country where you're active and test your competitors to see what they are doing. And as Google is where everyone is competing for, you need to really understand the platform. And I'm not a media buyer, but setting up a campaign is very easy. You upload some banners, you set the basic targeting, and you press play, and a couple of hours later the traffic starts going. But the whole optimization around that is where it gets complicated. And we saw it especially this year. Google enforced policy changes, so they introduced new guidelines that they are enforcing actively, which are leading to account suspensions, ad disapprovals. And if you don't fully understand those very complex and complicated guidelines that Google is releasing and updating constantly, you will be left out, and you will wonder why during one night you lost all your ads accounts and the traffic is going to zero. So it's a very complex thing. This is why I always recommend, even if it's for my benefit, that people should work with us, because we do nothing else than dealing with that and getting to this amount of knowledge on understanding this so deeply to ensure a long-term stable operation. You need some experts in your own team, or you need to outsource this to agencies who know how to do it.
Know what they're doing. Excellent. What about YouTube? That's part of Google. Is that sort of likely to become a sort of traffic source at any point, do you think?
Yeah, it is already. You can basically, Google has 3 big products that you can use, which is the search, where you have the search engine optimization that is a bit passive. Then the search engine advertising, where you put ads in the contextual, where you bid on keywords. You have the display network, and part of the display network is also YouTube. And that's primarily then video content, where you can place your ads in contextual matching videos. And we're using that for years already. It's still a bit niche for the MVAS context. Of course, for e-commerce, it's huge. And what is pretty new and growing are the YouTube Shorts, which is a kind of competitor to TikTok and Instagram Reels, where people are now getting hooked for minutes, hours on going through short form content on YouTube, and they are improving this product constantly and putting ads in a really engaging way in the middle. And it's a game changer in general, because on regular YouTube ads, that when you see something below the video or it would be integrated into the video, you still get out of this context somehow. But let's say when you're clicking anyways, 5-second video here, 5 second ad, oh, maybe so the click rate is so much higher in this type of format. This is also why TikTok and Instagram are so successful. So I believe this is one of the big things where people should pay more attention to in the next 1 or 2 years.
Interesting. And looking at the future, where do you sit on AI discovery? Is that going to be something that we should be thinking about?
I believe yes. It's still in the early stages because we still don't know what is the dominant AI or what will be the dominant AI. Currently Google is pushing the Gemini product onto everyone who's using an Android phone. Like recently I had a phone update and now my power button is triggering Gemini, so I don't know how to switch off my phone anymore. And so they're pushing that into our life very aggressively. And there's ChatGPT and some other great AI products. And all of them are using different sources for AI discovery. Grok from Elon Musk is the only one that can index whole Twitter or X, and while ChatGPT is indexing all Reddit. So they still have a bias of where they are getting the info from. I believe Google must be really strong. I believe who has more info than Google? I don't know.
Yeah.
So I believe Gemini is definitely something where this AI discovery will be strong. Well, Google has to solve this problem on sacrificing search volume and getting that into AI. So I believe one of the most important projects is how Google will find the balance not to kill their revenue generating products, search and display network, and creating a business model around the whole AI and how people will use it. So I would say the next 2-3 years will be very interesting to see what's happening there. We see a lot of brands optimizing already. They post something about their product on Reddit and it will be indexed by ChatGPT, and the next 5 users will get a recommendation eventually for this product on ChatGPT. So I believe for a lot of companies it's becoming more relevant, and for MVAS right now no, or not so much I believe, but the next 2-3 years will be very interesting to monitor what's going on there. So
absolutely. Well, excellent. Well, and the place to come and find out about it is here at World Telemedia. So anyway, Chris, thank you very much for taking time to do that. Thank you very much for watching, and we'll see you again soon.
Bye.